Distinctive figure, and he is generally regarded as the world's best match official. It is certainly the match of the year for both countries, and whatever the rights and wrongs of the Ferdinand case, the stance of the England players has made the stakes even higher for them. Şenol Güneş, the Turkish coach, who's been keeping his cards close to his chest, even asking his own journalists not to print any clues as to how Turkey might play tonight. The Bosphorus has been awash with red herrings. Rüştü, the Turkish goalkeeper, is widely renowned, but he hasn't played any club football this season. Moved to Barcelona from this club here, Fenerbahce. Not a venue that Turkey views very often, but they have played twice here and won twice. David Beckham has scored a goal here for Manchester United. Well, so far, touching wood, fingers crossed, the security aspects have worked very well. And listen to the lack of reception, if you like, for the national anthem. Well, a real show of unity from the England players.
Yeah, we've never seen that before, with the arms around each other, Martin.
Turkish Prime Minister is amongst the dignitaries here tonight. Well, a quick resume on England for you. Having to manage without Michael Owen, of course, but Paul Scholes is back, so too Sol Campbell, Ashley Cole and Nicky Butt. It's Emile Heskey for Owen, and of course John Terry stays in the side as a result of Rio Ferdinand's absence.
Again, Martin, England go with four at the back, as you said, with John Terry replacing Rio Ferdinand in the middle and Ashley Cole at left back. But for me, in midfield, where it will be won or lost, with the experienced quartet of Beckham, Butt, Scholes and Gerrard, with a combined total of 170 caps between them. But the big question is, can Paul Scholes get back on the goals trail, having not scored for 23 games? And well, Gerrard, keep his record of not losing an England shirt. Up front, Ericsson opts for Heskey in place of the injured Owen. And inexperienced Wayne Rooney, who will be looking for his third international goal, having scored 2 in his last 2 games.
Turkey's team only revealed an hour ago and brought in 2 of the Beşiktaş players who helped their club beat Chelsea 10 days ago. Left-back Ibrahim and the scorer of the 2 goals at Stamford Bridge, Sergen. It's his first cap for 2 years. Particular knowledge of the English game from Aston Villa's Alpay and Tugay and Hakan Şükür, the present and the past of Blackburn Rovers.
Well, again, Turkey go with 4 at the back with Alpay and Bullen at the heart of the defence there. In the midfield, they go for a similar shape to England with that diamond, with Tugay being the man to pull the strings in the middle, with Inter Milan's Emre supporting him. but up front could be a real threat to England with Hakan Suka, who's got 40 international goals to his name, partnering Real Sociedad's Nihad, who scored 6.
Well, the stadium is rocking. England have been, I'm sure, well prepared for the type of support that Turkey have. It crosses the boundaries maybe from time to time, but there's no doubting the passion. It needs a strong referee, this game. It's certainly got one. Turkey have done their homework. They've noted that all 5 of the goals England have conceded in this group have come in the first half. And of course you can add to that the 2 Besiktas goals that beat Chelsea earlier this month that came before half-time at Stamford Bridge. Turkey in red. The pitch is well grasped, maybe a little long for English taste. And if England believe that they've been together in their opinions off the pitch, they've really got to be together now in their performance on it.
Well, it doesn't need me to tell everyone, Martin, that England need to do nothing silly in the first 10 or 15 minutes. They need to keep it tight, try and waste a little bit of time here and there, and try and frustrate the players and also try and frustrate the fans.
Bülent, the old man of the Turkish team, Wayne Rooney, very much the youngster of European international football, full stop. Rooney has kept hold of the number 9 shirt. Heskey is 10. And Gary Neville with a throw towards Heskey, who gets the contact. But it's not a flick on, it's behind rather too solidly for a goal kick. Extraordinary, really, that the Turks have not yet scored a goal against England in 9 previous internationals between these 2 countries. Just to simplify it for you, if England can now extend that by another 90 minutes, they will be heading to Portugal for the finals in June.
We'd give them 1 goal tonight, wouldn't we, so long as you win 2-1 or 1-0?
That would do. Neville's throw. Emre and Tugay, and there's a lot of talent in the Turkey midfield. They are an international team that are used to getting plenty of possession, and actually when you look at the statistics, England are an international team that doesn't always get a lot of possession but uses the ball particularly effectively when they do get it. They don't have the main thrust, of course, Michael Owen. We've talked before, Alan and I, about what would happen when Sven-Göran Eriksson couldn't call on Owen. The day when he has to manage without Owen and Beckham would be a ticklish situation, but who knows, he might not be around for that. We don't believe all that we read, of course, and he's been denying those speculative stories that this could be, whatever the result, his last England game.
It's going to be a big night for Emil Heskey tonight. He's going to be the battering ram up there, if you like. He's going to have to go for most of the headers. He's going to have to hold it up and let Wayne Rooney play off him.
Alpay, who's been in patchy form, he has been in the Aston Villa team, but you might have seen him on Sky Sports, and maybe the coach did as well last Sunday, present Bolton with a goal at Villa Park. There's some wrestling and tussling in the centre as Gerrard tried to get a cross in between Bülent and Heskey. And England have a corner. They might have had a bit more than that.
Good play from Steven Gerrard. Just rolled the man, he's seen him coming in. He's able to dummy and let it run.
Heskey is poised, Terry's come up, Sol Campbell as well, Beckham of course to take the corner. Nice touch from Okan, and to release Nihat. And there's no flag, and Beckham is onside, Rooney racing into the middle, Heskey's there, Beckham tries to pick out Rooney as it turned out. Rooney tries again. Alpay, first he goes down, then Rooney goes down, and again, it does seem a blessing. Never be so sure with officials, they can have bad nights as well, but that we've got a recognised number 1 in a match of this emotion. Free kick to Turkey.
There's half a chance there, you know, for England with David Beckham. He's managed to keep himself onside. It's not often you see him waste a ball like that when he gets into the byline and not pick anyone out.
Okan with a throw that was really hurled into the ground. He had came off Campbell. And England haven't been rock solid defensively in their matches in this group. It cost them too much. And here's Scholes supporting Rooney and Heskey. Nicky Butt, the defensive point of the diamond, getting forward. Scholes trying to put a raking ball in. He's even attracted by Beckham's run on the far side.
Well, anyone who thought England were going to come here and sit back and try and soak up pressure are wrong, because the first 5 minutes have shown England are the team that are pushing forward.
Well, England are a group of players with a sense of purpose here, and it's not just about this particular football match, it's about what's happened in the lead up to it. We don't need to talk about that, I guess, too much, but if it's an extra incentive, and perversely David Beckham's been saying it might have worked to keep the players' minds off the other issues here, the security fears, the fact that there's been some ill feeling between Turkish and English players, which resurfaced as recently as August when Steven Gerrard was sent off against Galatasaray in a pre-season game. Here's Gerrard trying to take Turkey off, and he gets a deep cross in. Campbell was competing for it. Maybe a little bit light at the back, but the whistle had gone, and England can regroup. This is the European Championships. Geographically, we are in Asia, across the bridge over the Bosphorus, out of Istanbul to the east, into the area that is still known as Asia Minor. This country, I should tell you, is bordered by the likes of Syria and Iraq. Gerrard. Alpay got in the way, but it broke for Heskey. Rooney. Quickly at the Everton youngster was Bülent. Tugay, who had a quick word with on Thursday. Still not sure. Graham Souness saying that it would be his last international. Over here, they think that if Turkey qualify, or indeed have to play a playoff, Tugay will still serve the national cause. Sergen, who is a crafty midfielder, not a great mover in truth, but he has got that football sixth sense to get into goal-scoring positions. Just ask Chelsea. Down goes Beckham. Chuka, who is a player of enormous influence in the Turkish camp, a bit like Beckham is with England. Just had a word with the referee about the decision. The referee has plenty to say back.
I don't think he got the ball there, do you?
Illegal contact by Heskey. One of the things that strikers get very uppity about with referees when they feel that they're getting pushed themselves, present company included.
Absolutely.
The best day since England got here late on Thursday weather-wise. It was very wet yesterday and chilly. It's been sunny today. The temperatures are dropping now. There's certainly no heat factor for England to have to concern themselves about. The temperature's very akin to what it's been in England over the past few days. But a measured ball to him by Scholes on to Beckham. Manchester United and ex-Manchester United shaping this England attack. Rooney's covered a lot of ground. He thought to keep it in, but the Italian assistant didn't share that view. His standards is a poor ball from Emre. England could cash in on that.
Well, it's 2 or 3 times now England have gone behind the back four of Turkey, and they're pushing up, trying to play offside. Wayne Rooney there, David Beckham before. Not being able to scrape anything out of it though.
Hakan Şükür trying to be at the sharp end with Sergen right up with them. You say that amidst all the bluff and double bluff, no doubt that in the Turkish camp there is a belief that England have shown themselves to be vulnerable more in the first half than the second half by all those, all those goals, but all the goals that England have conceded, that's 5 of them, coming before half-time in these qualifying games. James just staying within the area, the ball did with him.
I think they know tonight though, if they give chances away like they have done in recent games, particularly with Şükür and Nihat and Sergen, that tonight they're more likely to be punished.
Heskey just offside. Just to remind you, England unbeaten in the group, 6 wins and that draw at home to Macedonia. Turkey also have 6 wins, but they lost at the Stadium of Light in April. Just off?
Yeah, I think he's just offside there. Decent run, at least he's trying to get in behind. Decent ball in, but yeah, just offside.
Well, the goalkeeper's body went out, but it's the ball that matters. And the technology leaping to the defence of David James.
Going back to the 2-0 win at Sunderland, I think that'll give the England players a lot of confidence, because for me there was nothing in that game that said Turkey can come out and beat England here. And of course it'll be a different game tonight on their own patch, but nothing scared me, and I'm sure nothing scared England when they won that game.
Party with a stray header, and plenty of moments in the opening 10 minutes when England have found a bit of room in midfield and further forward once or twice as well. Beckham. Alpay's header down. Boulet just tucking it forward. Sergen. Emre. Plenty of reports last weekend that Hakan Şükür had picked up the sort of injury that would definitely keep him out tonight. There, the 40-goal man for Turkey. Fantastic record. Gary Neville, not wasting time playing it through midfield, quickly up to the head of Heskey. Turkey have been a little jittery. Sometimes the expectation levels in this country has worked against them. 4 years ago, they only had to beat Finland to qualify via the direct route for Euro 2000, and they lost at home 3-1.
There's a lot of pressure on them tonight. Their fans are expecting the players to deliver. So as I said, so long as England can keep it at 0-0, the more frustrated the fans will be, and that surely will go onto the pitch to the players.
Paul Scholes was in there lurking, and then Fatih played it against the England number 8. Another tentative moment from Turkey. Okan. Sergen. Alpay. Got avenues to explore on the left-hand side. Ibrahim. Sergen. Okan trying to take over. Nihat's touch. Sergen. This is looking more dangerous from the home side. The cross, though, is tailored only for David James.
It's taken 13 or 14 minutes for Turkey really to start passing the ball around. First little bit of football we've seen them play.
4 years ago, before Sven-Göran Eriksson, England, of course, needed the playoffs to get to Euro 2000. Scotland are already there again, the opponents in that Battle of Britain. Nihat nearly got it through to Sergen, and here's Beckham. Trying to play it early towards Rooney. Sergen. Working it well with Nihat. Campbell went to ground with the challenge, but he got the ball, as referee Colina clearly indicated. In passing, we've had 5 or 6 hours in the stadium, told to get here early, quite rightly for security reasons, but having a look to see if there were any England fans in the stadium, certainly we haven't spotted any. There have been 2 or 3 arrests, we're told, whether they're England supporters or not, on the outskirts of the stadium prior to the match, and of course just under 50 English supporters were turned back at Istanbul airport, which suggests that that side of things worked out well for the Football Association. Emre.
I have to say, in the short time that I've been here, the people have been nothing short of fantastic to us all. They've welcomed us, and I think they're disappointed as well that there's no fans, England fans allowed in here, because they said if they're allowed to put their record straight, and surely they should be allowed England fans in here so they can show that.
Let's have a look at Tuncay, who is the rising star of Turkish football. He's on the bench tonight, scored against England in the under-21 match in April. Heskey has got forward onside this time. Scholes has got into the centre. Rooney there as well. Beckham trying to find them.
Great run in from Emil Heskey there. He's got in behind his man, ran along the line, didn't go in too early, got in behind once again. And a great ball up to him as well.
It's another chance for Gary Neville to work something from a throw. It's a shorter one this time. It involves Beckham. Scholes! Trying to put this barren run at international level behind him.
Well, how many times have we seen Paul Scholes arrive late in the box, timing his run to perfection as he does there. Gary Neville gets it back from the throw-in and whips a good ball in with his left foot. Paul Scholes just not going from in front of goal.
England are, of course, the country that has won its last 8 games. Don't have to make it 9 in a row, but have to make sure that they don't lose an away game for the first time under Sven-Göran Eriksson. The defeat against Brazil in the World Cup was, of course, on neutral territory. Sergen. Well, that's the best effort so far for Turkey, coming from Nihat, the player who plies his trade in Spain with Real Sociedad.
Acrobatic. Good hands from David James, didn't really trouble him, he was always comfortable.
The play is stretched here again by the running of Heskey. He took a bit of stopping with a combination of Bülent and the referee's whistle in the end. Emre. Sergen. Certainly what England don't want to do is get a little casual from matters in their own half. It was James's kick. Quick reactions at the throw from Turkey. And in the end, David James can start it off all again, hopefully with a bit more composure.
Well, that's how goals are scored, by silly little mistakes. This is Nihat's acrobatic volley there, and as I said, David James, it was never troubling him. Good tackle from Sol Campbell, solid.
Heskey off on another run, and his movement certainly in this early part of the match is giving the Turkish back line a real problem.
I think Emil started very well. I think the signs are there that he fancies his chances against those two tonight, Alpay and Bülent at the back.
Fatih, one of the players who plays his football here. And it's a very intimate and intimidating stadium. Nihat, past John Terry, but not with a short touch in the end, and Neville just scrapes it away, but England are still on the back foot. Sergen. Hakan Şükür's gone to the near post. This is Ibrahim, great play from him and a fine block from Terry. More than that, really, he's diverted it away from goal. Alpay. An error from the Aston Villa man. And Beckham finds Rooney, and has Wayne Rooney put England in front here? No, it's on the top of the net rather than into the back of it. All coming from an Alpay error, and a quick response from Beckham.
Well, if you're going to make a mistake and kick the ball out, the ball you don't want to fall to is to David Beckham. Here it is, because you know that he can put a ball straight into the path of Wayne Rooney, as he does. Gets in behind Alpay, tremendous ball in. Sees the keeper with a little glance there. Just takes it over the bar. It's a half chance for him. It's his first sight at goal.
Alpay keeping his place tonight. His last international was against the Republic of Ireland, that Turkey picked out as a fixture, which I thought would be suitable for getting ready to face England, but he gave away a goal to David Connolly in that game. Very nearly won here for Wayne Rooney.
I think at this moment in time the England players have composed themselves very well. There was a worry that because of all the hype for the game, they would have come out and charged around and got needless yellow cards, but I think in that department they've done very well up to now.
Okay. Emre. Work the goalkeeper. It's pretty much straight at David James, but they've also been talking, Alan, about getting their shots away in the build-up and having a crack from around the box.
Well, what Emre and what Nihat are doing, leaving Suker up there on his own, and they're just coming off into the little hole, getting time to turn and getting a shot in and goal. David James won't be happy with that.
Corner to be taken by Sergen. Shuka going towards the near post. The ball booted behind by Beckham.
So where England have been vulnerable for me in the last few games from set pieces.
Alpay's come up and Boulet. Again they go towards the near post as a posse, and that's the job that Alan Shearer used to have for England and still has for Newcastle. First man, the corner is under hit, get it away.
Well, he's done it twice now. He's hit it straight at him and he's done his job, but he can't manage to get it out for throwing.
This time it's Neville coming in behind the captain, collected by two guys. Thanks of streetwise this in the two guys play. Nihat. Ashley Cole trying to buy England a bit of time here. Sergen. Speculative one. Dropped over John Terry. And was kept in by Emre. Here's Beckham. And this time Turkey making it a bit more difficult for England to work their way through midfield. With some typical industry from Okan. Two guys. From finishing third in the World Cup, you know all about that. They had a good Confederations Cup this summer, Turkey as well. Very well-honed international football team. And here's Heskey, though, giving that familiarity. Still some concerns in the Turkish ranks. Some dispute about whether the goalkeeper got a hand on this, but Kalina says yes.
Well, it was two guys' reluctance really to go back to his own goalkeeper, and rather than do that to try and get out of a tight little hole, which is virtually impossible. England won the ball and played it into Emmo, seen goal and had a shot. Another set piece for England.
And welcome to that part of the ground again for Beckham. Alpay trying to block off Campbell's movement. Who's still twisting and turning. Shall we dance?
Look at Alpay. Alpay's not even looking at the ball. He's just got his eyes and his hands on Sol Campbell there. Not interested in the ball.